Welcome back to the channel, champions of Azeroth. Come dive deeper into the lore with me. Let's see where we left off in Azeroth, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hey guys, welcome back to Classic World of Warcraft here in Mist of Pandaria. We're here with Steedle D, hanging out with Browen in the Cape of Stranglethorn, and starting off this new area. Let's get into it. Hey, you must be the last that Wolfred was talking about, the one who found the Ogre artifact and helped him test out those strange stones from up north. Welcome to the dig site, adventurer. We were actually working on identifying those samples right as you got here. Would you mind bringing the sample over to Dask? I need him to help me find out how old it is. So once again, it falls upon Tiny Dask to get the Explorer League work done. Alright, let's see what you've got in there. Whatever it is you want to do, I've got a recipe that'll do exactly that. You want an exploding potion? Boom. You want a lightning potion? Zap. You want a shrinking potion? Zerp. So Browen says he wants a carbon dating potion? Easy. I could make that in my sleep. The thing is, if we want to be accurate, I need you to get some quality ingredients. Start with some humor from a basilisk to the north. It would need to be a pretty big basilisk. Alright, step 1, getting ingredients is all done. Time for the next step, getting more ingredients. The dwarf clears his throat for several seconds. You're looking for something to do? And you come in asking me? Lowly old Gorus? Well, this is a first. I've got it. The Vale to the north is filled with a bunch of, useless belly-scraping basilisks. They don't do nothing for no one. And I hear they turned a guy to stone once. If you kill him, I'll give you some of my stuff. Right. Well done, and congratulations on killing them. I mean, here you go. Hi, I'm the town merchant, and Browen's my dad. Sorry I shouldn't get too excited. Father says it's not professional. People always come to me asking for heavy leather or rough hides, but I think they might also like if I had some soft materials like tiger fur. Think you could get some for me? You'll find a few panthers nearby, but if you want to see the big tigers, you'll have to go northwest from here, north of that big troll arena. Lindsay feels the hides and smiles to herself. These are so nice and cushy. I think my customers are going to love them. Father says that a responsible merchant is always keeping an eye out for good deals. I've been trying to look for deals everywhere I go, and I think I've just found one. The Naga to the west have dozens of statues that they place on the ground where they live. They couldn't possibly need all of them, so I was thinking that we'd take some for ourselves. Free statues, that's a good idea, right? These statues are beautiful. Wow, I had no idea that Naga were so talented. Thanks, adventurer. This humor won't serve on its own. Too thick, way too thick. The Nagas to our west maintain a shrine that dispenses the only clean water this side of Duskwood. For most potions, I'll use river water, but Rowan demands accuracy. Obtain it from Nikamani Wellspring at the peak of the Naga camp. Good luck. Do you know how hard it is to get fresh water in Stranglethorn? It's no wonder that the Nagas guard their shrine so ferociously. Alright, let's get this mix started. The Naga explorers to our west carry a valuable ocean reed, Acris reeds. Traders use them to make medicines and poultices, and craftsmen use them to line armor or even wrap cigars. In the evening, when digging's done, Father's been teaching me how to use them, but unfortunately we ran out. Would you mind getting us some more? Hooray! It's been days and days since we last had Icarus reeds. Lindsay looks troubled. You know, that's a troll hiding behind that pile of boxes. She must be awfully sad if she doesn't want to come out and talk to anyone. Lindsay places some of the Icarus reeds in a kerchief and ties it together. Here, give these to her. They're very soft, and that maybe they will make her feel a little more comfortable back there. The troll looks into the package. You have my thanks. You may tell your young dwarven girlfriend that I am not sad. I'm waiting for you. I have identified you as the most promising adventurer here in this strange town. I have a task for you, if you would be willing to take it. Years ago, the Gurabash exiled one of their own from Zul'Gurub, a troll by the name of Zanzil. The reasons why aren't all clear, but I'll guess it had something to do with his tendency to administer powerful behavior-altering drugs to anyone he saw. Anyhow, the Gurabashi priests and their blood god have been slain, but Zanzil the outcast remains, as do his powerful behavioral-altering drugs. I need his mixture for my next test. Check the zombies to the north. Das carefully analyzes the strange compound. This mixture is perfect. Let's see what it does to your potentially titanic artifact here. Zanzil, the outcast and exile from the Guribashi tribe, is my quarry. Recently, I have heard tales from my brothers in the north about his planned re-entry into society. Starting with the emissary he sent to the Skull Splitters, this is not good news. I want you to peer into Zanzil's current plans. Take these incense and place it in front of the bat totem in the ruins of Jubuwal to the north. Hirik will guide you from there. It is as I suspected. Zanzil is too haughty to interfere with the squabbles between the Blood Scalps and the Skull Splitters. No, he is playing a part in a grander scheme. Jindo the Hexer is using him to help bring Hakar back to Zul'Gurub. It's good that we found this out now, because it offers us a simple solution. I did all I could, adventurer. I had the right potions, I had the right recipes, but the source of this sample eludes me. It's tens of thousands of years old, but we've shown that it's not of Titan origin. It's not Serenite. I can tell you just by looking at it. What in Bron's name is it? Tell Browen that I tried my best. Sorry. I knew that alchemist was all talk. Well, thanks for your help, adventurer. I know you tried. You are to kill Zanzil. You rode on Hirik's wings and saw through Hirik's eyes. You know where Zanzil hides, within the ruins of Arborvas. Travel there and kill him. Oh, and adventurer, if we become separated, you should use this fetish. It only works within Stranglethorn, but it will transport you back here to me should you need to return swiftly. Good luck, adventurer. Zanzil is no ordinary opponent. You appear to be late. Zanzil has left Arborez. Did you see that explosion I made? I must have flown 10 inches off the ground. I've just got to get Zanzil's recipe so I can find out why it did that. One of Zanzil's flunkies at the ruins of Borez must have it on him. Head east to the coast of the Cape and snatch it for me. This is fascinating. Just think of all the applications. Thanks again, adventurer. Remember, if you ever need anything mixed for you, and I mean anything, you can always ask the flask. Looks like the Zanzil's portal into Zul'Gurub is still open. Zul'Gurub is a dangerous place, but Maywiki entrusted this task to you. The portal lies in wait in front of you. You have arrived safely within Zul'Gurub, the ruined capital of the once mighty Guribashi Empire. Ahead of you looms a ramp up to one of the city's many terraces. The bat-shaped totems ahead of you indicate that this is the domain of High Priestess Jeklik. A follower of Hirik, Jeklik was one of the Hakar worshipper priests that Zanzil was planning to resurrect. Perhaps if you hurry, you can stop the resurrection. You have succeeded in preventing Zanzil from resurrecting High Priestess Jeklik. Without one of his priests, Jindu will certainly have a difficult time summoning Hakar. Zanzil the Outcast has once again escaped through one of his portals. Follow him. You find yourself deeper within Zul'Gurub. The snake statues indicate that you have reached the terrace of High Priest Venoix, follower of Hithis, the snake god. Venoix was the second of the two priests that Zanzil planned to bring back from the dead. You have already succeeded in destroying the body of High Priestess Jeklik. Venoix must be the next. I asked you to slay Zanzil the Outcast, a lowly hermetic exile of the Guribashi. And what do? You dash headfirst into the Guribashi capital and eliminate one of their high priests? Very nearly two? Only one word suffices to explain such a rash and foolhardy endeavor. Heroism. Jindu the Hexer still walks within Zul'Gurub's walls. Lost one of his legs when you crushed Jeklik. Today's battle is ours. Well, we have no idea what this artifact is. It's old, older than dirt, but not Titan. I'm completely dumbstruck. Erwin Batumflux in Booty Bay is my direct superior. Our next step should be to inform her of this find. Please, would you bring it to her? Fascinating. I'll need some time to study this. Why don't you have a look around Booty Bay and come back later? If there's only one I can't stand, it's people who won't pay their gambling debts. And there are a lot of people who owe me. Think you can help me collect? First, there's Shaky Felipe down by the docks. He owes me plenty after last week's game, and I want my due. But to get it, we'll have to scare him. Go out of town and hunt Elder Mistveil gorillas. Find a selection of giblets. Then take them to Shaky. Don't let on that they're from an animal. Let him think the worst. Ah, where'd you get these? No, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Who sent you? Seawolf? Sick, so very sick. Have contracted Stranglethorn fever. Technically, Cape of Stranglethorn fever. Deadly virus. Only cure is to eat the heart of Mamok, the savage, elusive white beast. What witch doctor Umbagwa, only one who can summon. Seek Umbagwa in hidden cave on southern Cape. Hurry, dying, dying. Which Dr. Unbagwa know what mock the savage like? Yes, yes, me speak with spirits and make he come. I do, but other gorilla beasts like spirit talking too. You protect Witch Doctor Unbagwa, and I make he come to you. Witch Doctor Umbagwa want something first. You bring a gorilla fang, and me start spirit talking. Witch Doctor Unbagwa like gorilla fangs. For you, I talk to spirits. Make mock the savage come. You protect Witch Doctor Unbagwa from other gorilla beasts, though, or no mock for you. Feel strength returning. Where might I be? Booty Bay? Oh my, I had the strangest dream. The weakness has not completely left me. I used to sail a small ship from here all the way to Ratchet in Kalimdor. I was successful captain with a sterling reputation until those cursed sea giants ruined me. They smashed my ship, killed my crew, and set me on a lifeboat to Booty Bay. I will not rest until their corpses pepper the ocean floor. One of the giants, Gorlash, stole my captain's chest. I hear Gorlash wanders the coast east of here. Find him and get back my chest. Do that, and you'll have earned a captain's gratitude. You found it? What a glorious day. For old Huckleberry, this is getting back my chest cools some of the fire in me, but my revenge isn't complete. Inside the bottle, you find a note which reads in fairly good handwriting, "To any that can aid me, please. My need for help is dire. A great beast holds me captive on an island in the South Seas. The stars at night are foreign to me and obscured by the jungle trees, but on the clearest days I see shoreline to the northwest and what seems to be a large sailing ships to the southwest. I beg of you, my would-be savior, please help me. Have you come to free me? These vicious jungle cats have been circling me for some time now. I watch them as closely as I can, but they seem to just disappear into the grass. How they snarl and hiss. Don't get me wrong, I still want you to rescue me, but first clear out some of these cats. I won't need to be rescued if I end up someone's dinner." It's about time you returned. I was beginning to worry that I was going to be eaten while you hunted. A cat eating a princess, wouldn't that be a fancy feast? I understand that you're anxious to rescue me, but the time is not yet right. First, I'm going to need some of my things. The gorillas and the monkeys on the other side of the island have taken most of my possessions. I'll need my tiara, my scepter, my slippers, and my diary before I'm ready to leave. What? Stop looking at me like that. Like I'm some sort of insane person. You don't know what it's like being a princess. Puba surveys her belongings. Looks like it's all here. All right, I think I'm ready to be rescued now. Adventurer, I now put my faith in you to help free me. The great Skymane King Mukala is my captor. He commands the beast of this island, and they keep me here against my will. With the aid of this chain, if you can slay him and find the key to his shackle, I shall be indebted to you greatly. I often hear him to the southeast side of the island, but please be careful. He's not to be trifled with. Adventurer, you have saved me from a great dishonor. If it was within my power, I would offer you a place among my tribe. But for now, all I can only offer you is this token for the courage and nobility you have shown. Here, take this pouch and give it to Seawolf, and tell him I meant to pay him back. I swear, I just got a little drunk and lost my way, and you know how things are. He'll understand. You don't have to get rough. Ha 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 ha, well done. And when you showed Shaky those giblets, how hard did he shake? Ha ha ha, he's so easy to read. When I play cards with him, I can't help but win. Thanks for your help, adventurer. Now it's your turn to get paid. The next giant on my list is called Nigalish. I remember vividly how he leapt from sea foam and plucked poor Poop Deck Paul from the crow's nest. Swallowed him in one gulp, he did, and snapped my mizzen mast in two on the way down. No man on my crew deserves such heinous death, so we're going to use Negalesh's appetite against him. Kelsey Gans should be able to sell you some meat, and Whiskey Slim has enough booze to knock out, well, a sea giant. You'll find both of them in town. This wasn't expensive, was it? Well, here's some pieces of 8 to reimburse you. Now let's get onto this revenge, shall we? You sure seem eager to work, matey. Not sure why some landlubber adventurer is offering help to the Blackwater Raiders, but I'm not going to turn you away. We've made Booty Bay our happy home away from the high seas, but word has it that the Bloodsail have some new plan cooked up. All me boys are too busy hitting the grog and looking for ladies. What I need is a scout. Check the cove just north of Booty Bay along the Savage Coast and see what you find. On top of the barrel, you discover a map with hastily written text on it, along with some coins. Shiver me timbers, so the Bloodsail Buccaneers are planning some sort of attack on Booty Bay? Why? Why the nerve of those scoundrels? Booty Bay will always be run by the Blackwater Raiders. This is bigger than I thought. Report what you have learned to Baron Rivelgaz at once. You'll find him here in Booty Bay. Bloodsail Buccaneers attacking Booty Bay? This isn't the first time that those blackguards have tried something. Booty Bay is impenetrable. Sounds like they might be changing their strategies up, though. Wouldn't it put past Fireland to try something crazy? Very well, let's see what else they're up to. This old weathered coin was found on the body of the pirate good boy, Bruce. Its front side bears the image of a large, unfamiliar pirate ship. On its backside, the term Rashtide Crew. Someone who has been in the piracy business for some time might know what this coin is and what it means. That coin, where did you get it? Bruce? Yes, I see. He was one of the Blackwater Raiders once, one of us, before Greymane closed the Gilneas ports and held his crew captive. I know that what happened in Gilneas changed the people there, but I never expected them to change their loyalties, especially not Bruce. If you wouldn't mind, could I keep the coin? I'll pay its worth in gold. The map shows Booty Bay with a red X drawn precisely at the spot at which you are standing. The scribbled text reads, set up your command post here and bide your time. The Fleet Master will send out word when it's time to make your move. I'm placing Lieutenant Bruce in charge here. This time will be different. This time we take Booty Bay once and for all. The map is held in place with a dagger, placed right through the location of Booty Bay. Sure, I remember you, adventurer. Back from scouting, I see? There's 3 phases to debt collecting. Asking nicely, asking forcefully, I like to call Phase 3. Unfortunately, collecting during Phase 3 is something that this old dog can't do anymore. That's why I employ so many cronies, stooges, mooks, goons, and noble adventurers like yourself. Junts Fizzletittle, Ephraim, Moonfall, and Maury Wilkins are hiding out on the eastern coast. You should have no problem visiting them all in one trip and bringing back their valuables. Great, I can get a good price for these, especially for what's inside Murray's foot. Thanks much, adventurer. I hope these 3 learned their lesson. Don't bet something you can't afford to lose. And maybe it's too late for them, but they should be careful of who they gamble with. Take this food and put it on our old lifeboat, southeast of here along the coast. When Nigelish smells all that food, he'll come running. And when he does, there will be a stout-hardened adventurer ready to knock his corpse back into the briny deep. I can't believe my fortune, adventurer. Meeting you has turned my luck to the better. Make no mistake there. If I ever get a new ship and you're looking to sail the seas, you would be my honored guest. Avast, who goes there? Ugh, I am but useless without my special enchanted eye. Bad enough to have lost my eyes in battle in the first place, but by some stroke of luck, we docked in Menethil and a traveling wizard enchanted a special glass eye that let me see again. Last night I ended up getting jumped by some Bloodsail Buccaneers on my way out. Took me eye, they did. Seems those blokes have found their way to Booty Bay. Help an old sea dog out by getting me eye back. Shiver me timbers and timber me shivers. Ye found me beautiful eye. Let's see if she still fits. I want to know the details, adventurer. Our supremacy over the Bloodsail is due largely in part to our stronghold here in Booty Bay. but intelligence also plays a crucial role. The Bloodsail maintain a few meager camps to the south, which they call their Southern Command. Well, you're going to raid their excuse for a Southern Command, find their plans, and slaughter their men. Return with whatever information you can find. Perfect, adventurer. Now that we know their plan, it's just a matter of time. And to think the fools have dropped anchor just off the cape. Ah, the sea life. I ain't gonna say it's the good life, but it's my life. When I get into port, I like to find me a good bottle of grog and some high quality snuff. Nasty habits, but what's a pirate without his vices, right? So you can imagine how heartbroken I was to find out the herbalists here in town have gone and sold out of the stuff. Says his shipment got hijacked by those damned Bloodsail raiders. I bet a fearless adventurer like you could have convinced them to share the goods, eh? Good show, adventurer, and just before I need to ship out, too. Can't thank you enough, old friend. Mokrash the Cleaver is the last of the lot, and the largest by my memory. Taller than a wave in a windstorm, with a beard like a kelp forest and a hammer like an oak tree. He taunts me from Janero's Point, the island right off the end of this very pier. It's because of him that I'm still trapped here, living this lamentable landlubber's life. If you can swim, then head out in Janero's Point and slay Mokrash. Mokrash, Nigalash, Gorlash, they're all gone. I suppose I have no excuse now. I can return to the high seas and a life of pillage and booty. And it's all thanks to you. Now I just need to get myself a ship. These plans are interesting. Furlon, you're smarter than this. Look, he has all 3 ships devoted to cannon fire and only a few men coming in through the tunnel. He can never take Booty Bay with 3 ships and a dozen footmen, and he knows that. No, they've got something else planned, and you're going to find out what it is. Speak to Yancey Grilson, the Bloodsail recruiter, just to the north of town. That's right, adventurer. You better hope that they don't recognize your face. Yar, you made a good decision, wench. There be just one thing. Yancey hears things a few me hearties were pretty deep in their cups when they told me about some adventurer that came a-rolling through Southern Command looking for charts and orders. Even ran a couple of old good pirates through, she did. Like I said, they were up to their eyeballs in grog, but still, a buccaneer's gotta trust his ears. So I've just got one small task for ye. One sent down from Furlon himself. Bring me the head of Fleetmaster Seahorn. Furlon wants my head? Now that's interesting, but it's nothing we can't work around. This Yancey character probably doesn't know my face too well. Most non-Tauren find us Tauren indistinguishable from one another. In fact, most non-Tauren find us indistinguishable from a certain 4-legged farm creature. Rick Quiz, the leatherworker, keeps one of these creatures here in Booty Bay, and Narek is my chief supplier for pirate hats. Get a replacement head and a hat, then return with both. That should fool that Bloodsail dimwit. This was fun, adventurer. Well, blow me down. Now there's something you don't see too often. Yancey reaches out and shakes your hand. Welcome aboard, adventurer. Plunder and booty await ye. Ye may be a slayer of fleetmasters, but rules is rules and orders is orders. And my orders say that all new pirates start out as swabbies. It's the rule. You'll too be working for the Captain Keyhall, the commander of the Riptide. It's the westernmost ship in the fleet, which is parked south of the tip of the Cape. Find him in his captain's chambers and bring you papers. Yes, I see. Well, everything appears to be in order. Slayer of the Great Seahorn, eh? That doesn't matter. On my ship, only thing you've got to be slaying is deck stains. Grab a mop. I want the surface of the Riptide shine like a star ruby. Swabby adventurer, I keep a tight ship around here, and it's swabbies like you that make it happen. Well, that you waiting for. Cockle-brained bildrat, head up deck and start swabbing. I heard the most furious mopping sounds from down here, wench. That's exactly what your captain likes to hear. Help out a fellow swabby. Keyhall asked me to gather up some cannonballs at the bottom of the ocean. Let me tell you why this doesn't work for me. 1, I have tiny arms. Look at them. Do you really think I can pick up a cannonball even underwater? 2, I have a weak respiratory system. I start to white out after holding my breath for more than 10 seconds. 3, there are sharks. You gotta help me, adventure. I've been demoted as far as I can. I don't want to see what comes next. Thanks, adventurer. I've been hearing whispers about Pretty Boy and a boom box. I don't think I want to go to the boom box. Gum disease is a real problem, adventurer. I know you're new and all, and probably haven't ever needed your gums cut, but the rest of us pirates have to deal with a little thing called scurvy. It's why we keep so many limes around here. Well, we used to keep limes around here. Someone made off with our last shipment, but they can't have gone far, maybe to the nearby islands. Bring them back, and maybe I'll see what I can do to get you promoted from Swabby. I'll distribute these right away, adventurer, and I'll see what I can do to put in the good word for you. Swabby adventurer, this is a sad day for your old Captain Keyhall. Today I lose me best Swabby. A letter's come in from Fleetmaster Fairland. Apparently he's heard about the excellent swabbing you've been doing, and he wants to take you aboard the Crimson Veil as Jackal Swords and third mate. She's moored just next to the Riptide. Piracy, career-wise, this is a big step for ye. Swabby adventure, I recommend ye take this offer. Dismissed. So you be the one that did old Seahorn. Yancey sent word, but I wanted to make sure he hadn't been telling his tall tales again. I'll make it brief. You did well on Keenhull's crew, but I expect you to do even better on mine. I've got an entire fleet to attend to, so you'll be helping to run the day-to-day of me ship. Welcome aboard the Crimson Veil, sailor. We've got some work to do. How much experience have you got with cannons? Really? Well, how about with ancient fallen apart pirate cannons? We've got a few cannons up deck that work the old-fashioned way. You load one cannonball in at a time, aim, lock it into place, and fire. Works well if you're trying to hit the side of a 3-sailor. Not so well for rowboats and the like. Why don't you head upstairs and lob a few shots at Smiling Timmy's sticks? I like the cut of your jib, adventurer. Now that you know how to handle our cannons, it's time to hit some real targets. The Venture Company have found gold to the north of here, a rare type they call black gold, more like black spot if you ask me. We're going to take that gold, but first we need to get rid of those Venture Company goons. I've got an oarsmith who will take you out there. Head off the ship down the gangplank and speak with him on the isle northern shore. Aha, blasted 'em. Clear off their rigging. I'll drink to that. You've got a bright future, kid. Hey there. Take a look at this. The dwarf flips up his eye patch to reveal a living functional eyeball. I don't wear this patch because of any lost eye. I wear it because the other eye is so strong, the normal one just weighing it down. This eye is good for seeing all kinds of things, like those masked hooligans that follow us around. Fleetmaster says that they've been spotted over on Jagero Isle. Once you get there, fire this flare gun and I'll help you spot them. Excellent work, adventurer. The eternal battle wages on, but we've tipped the scales in favor of the pirates today. Fairlawn will be happy to hear the news. I knew ye just arrived here on the Crimson Veil, but I need you to send off on another task. The Damsel's Luck is the third ship in my fleet, moored over to the east. Her skipper, Captain Stillwater, is no longer with us. Damn those masked hoodlums. Anyhow, Iron Patch told me about your heroics at sea, and I'd be running low on quality brigades. I think you're more than capable for this new duty. Congratulations, matey. You be the new captain of the Damsel's Luck. You see a set of plans unrolled on the table. They explain everything. These are the details of the impending attack on Booty Bay. Battle formations, plans of attack, and something about a group called the Brash Tide Crew. Before returning to Booty Bay, you should do everything you can to weaken the Bloodsail Buccaneers. Unfortunately, even as captain, you're prohibited from killing other buccaneers in cold blood. Only a fleet master can do that. You can, however, put mutineers to the sword, and mutiny can be awfully hard to disprove. Speaking of which, those Bloodsail Corsairs that hang out on the lowest levels on the ships have been acting awfully suspicious. The fewer Bloodsail Buccaneers that Booty Bay has to fight, the better. However, it might be best to stop slaughtering supposed allies before you draw suspicion to yourself. The attack on Booty Bay is looming. You'll have to return to Booty Bay quickly and inform the Baron. First, however, it might be a good idea to sabotage some of the pirates' supplies while you're still in their favor. The pirates keep most of their supplies below decks, spread out across the entire fleet. You set the pirates back several days of work. Hopefully this will delay their attack. The charts mention a group called the Brashtide Crew. This name is new to you, though you've heard about a few other newcomers to the Buccaneers. Maybe it's time you paid them a visit and found out what they know. The Brashtide Crew aren't just pirates, they're Worgen pirates, and they're joining in on the attack. Rezulgaz is definitely going to want to know about this. You feel like you've done just about enough damage, and you know the Bloodsail's battle plans. You've done everything that Baron Rezulgaz has asked of you. It's time to hang up the pirate hat and return to Booty Bay. The battle looms near. The Brashtide? I thought they were dead and gone years ago. Rezulgaz listens intently as you relay the information you gathered. No, that absolutely makes sense, and it's not good news either. The Brashtide are formidable foes, and if their numbers are anywhere near what they were before they disappeared, we're in for a nasty battle. Baron Rezulgaz sighs. Even with all my suspicions about Farallon's plot, we aren't prepared for a full two-front attack. Between the Bloodsail and the Brashtide, it's going to take a small miracle to hold Booty Bay Day. I've got a barrel of double rum in my chambers. Take the stairs down 3 flights and check the first floor on your right. You can ignore the warnings on the barrel. Those should be the least of your worries. This must be the double rum. You pour a glass up for Rezulgaz, then consider pouring one for yourself. Something is happening outside. Could Bloodsail already be here? You better get Rezulgaz his double rum, quickly. The Baron quickly empties his cup. Ah, much better, adventurer. Now, let's get down to business. I believe that you and I have a town to save. When the Brashtide pulled in, Seahorn grabbed the nearest weapon he could find and jumped off the ledge here. You'll find him down below, probably pounding new holes into those Worgen skulls. Help him out down there. I can handle the motivation from up here. I should have known these Brashtide were alive and up to no good. I'd written them off years ago. I heard that the ship here is the Damsel's Luck. Didn't you used to be captain of that thing? You must know your way around it then. The Brashtide are our main concern, but we still don't want to take any unnecessary pummeling from those cannons of theirs. Grab this rope behind me and take out some of those angry-looking corsairs. Check in with the Baron when you're done. Attacking your former crewmen? You really have grown into a real pirate adventurer. The Brashtide are everywhere. The Baron's Booty Bay bruisers are no match for their sheer numbers. I'm afraid while you're down here in the fray, why don't you help me get rid of a few of them? When you're done, don't bother coming back here. I'll probably be pretty busy. We need you to keep moving, adventurer. Booty Bay won't hold out for much longer. I've got an idea, but it's going to involve some footwork on your part. As a Goblin cartel, the Blackwater Raiders have a lot of explosives on hand. In fact, I know for a fact that our old friend Narek keeps a case in the back of his shop in the Old Port Authority. Go grab them and bring them here if they aren't already exploded. You brought them? I'm beginning to think the tide is turning in our favor, adventurer. We'll never survive this attack with all these Worgen pirates pouring into the harbor from the north. Luckily, it looks like they're not armed with cannons, so if we can get you out of the harbor, you can attack them from the skies. Keebok, Horde Flightmaster's assistant, is right around the corner. Talk to him and let him know that you're going to need his bravest Windrider. Bring a couple armloads of hand bombs with you. You'll need all of them to stop those attack boats. I hope those mongrels know how to doggy pedal. Actually, I take that back. We've nearly won the day, largely thanks to you. One task remains, however. Kill Fleetmaster Farallon. It looks like most of Farallon's crew is already dead, but I know that old sea dog well enough to know that he's not done yet. No, he's cooped up tight in his cabin, ready to go down with his ship. Speak with Kobuk again and to get a Windrider. I'll try to hold off the cannon fire while you're aboard. Adventurer, you're awake. We found you bobbing in the harbor shortly after the remaining attackers have turned tail. We were worried about you for a while. I've been meaning to thank you, adventurer. Not only did you provide us with the intelligence to prepare for this attack, but you helped fight off the Bloodsail and the Brashtide. Your name will always be remembered here in Booty Bay. We here in Booty Bay pride ourselves on our booty. Care to take first pick? Okay, guys, well, that's the end of Cape of Stranglethorn. We helped with the Bloodsail Buccaneer invasion and helped out a little things figuring out more stuff about Zul'Gurub and everything like that at the start of the zone. But yeah, we're hanging out here with Baron Rizzlegaz after we just defeated the Bloodsails. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a big thumbs up down below. It helps out a ton. If there's anything I can do to make these videos more enjoyable for you, leave a comment down below. And I hope you guys are subbing so you guys can get notifications of every upload I do. Again, hope you enjoyed the video. Have a nice day. Peace.